Hey, beautiful Libra. Welcome to your reading for December 2025. I am Teresa, Doctor of Metaphysics and Mystic, here to illuminate your path. We're going to do a soul path reading to see where you're going this December, and then we'll see what supports you, what challenges you. We'll get some advice from Spirit, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, clarity, and wisdom to this reading for the Libra family and help Libra navigate to their highest and most blessed timeline. Thank you, Spirit. All right, beautiful Libra. You have some interesting cards here. I'm going to say that. They're good. Your path is good. Your path is very empowered, and you are very empowered. But your challenges are interesting, all right? Now, what's at the bottom of the deck? You have Chariot at the bottom of the first deck and the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the second deck. So this is the energy that you are wearing at this time, beautiful Libra. The Chariot card is mastering yourself, getting self-control. Feels like you are controlling yourself in a better way. You know, like there's a black horse that wants to go eat and make babies, and there's a white horse that wants to go home to Spirit. And neither of them really want to do what you tell them to do. Yeah. And these are your horses. This is what drives you, your chariot. And so you're learning with the Queen of Cups how to ascend your energies in a way, you know, how to raise the energy of your life here on earth, which is pretty low vibe, right? It's densified, and bring it higher. So you're blending the black and white horses together. Feels like, you know, eating better foods, perhaps, not quitting drinking, that kind of thing, you know, like doing something in your life that gives you more control. You know, and then with the Queen of Cups, deep emotions, deep emotions, processing a lot of emotions, feeling a lot of feeling, that like really being in your feelings. And this is like just an emotional time for you, beautiful Libra. Take it as it resonates, but you know, it doesn't feel like a permanent energy for you. It just feels like whatever it is that you're going through is shaking you a little bit here, you know. It's good. Like I said, your path is good, but you'll see. Okay. So what's coming for you is the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Magician is empowerment. You know, this is using your talents, gifts, and abilities to build your future, to build your world, you know, and as above, so below. Thinking your world into being, practicing like that Chariot, practicing focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. And you can see that in this image, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without. As your thoughts are up above, so you will experience out here in the world as well, you know. So really like getting control of your thoughts too with that Chariot and the Magician. Knight of Pentacles is planting your seeds, planting your forest. So it's going to take a while. It takes a long time for a forest to grow. You first plant one seed, it makes a tree, and then that tree makes fruits, right? And the seeds of that get scattered around and create more trees, and then they bear fruit and create more trees. That's the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's not going to unfold overnight, you know, but there is so much intense energy. It just feels like some things are definitely unfolding for you now, Libra, and you are planting seeds for your future as well. And you're creating something beautiful. Like this Knight of Pentacles is creating a beautiful world. Look at the crystals all around you. You know, this is special. Whatever it is that you're working on is special. You know, it's different from what other people might be working on. And Eight of Pentacles, a lot of work. A lot of work goes into this. Like this is creating one coin after another, you know, pentacles, like stamping one pentacle after another pentacle and really honing your craft and refining your skills. And in the meantime, creating a lot of it, creating a lot of prolific content, prolific products, a lot of work at work, whatever it is, it's keeping you busy, but it's making you better at what you do. Clarifiers for these cards. You have Six of Wands, clarifying the Magician. So Six of Wands, this is Archangel Michael having slayed the demons. So this is you beating out the competition in some way. You know, the Magician, you are magical. And like I said, you're creating something really special with the Knight of Pentacles. The Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands, conflict and competition. And he comes into town riding his high horse, having been victorious. You know, that's the typical Six of Wands, the Rider-Waite version. He's on a high horse, you know, and people are celebrating him from below, you know. And so it does feel like that, like you're going to be recognized for what it is that you can create. And you will beat the competition because of it in some way. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun card. So it's interesting because when you plant your seeds, there's only so much you can do. And then Spirit has to water them and give them sunshine. So Spirit is co-creating with you. There's, and you know, giving it sunshine, right? But the Sun is happy. It's real happy and free and young energy. So it feels like you love what you do. You know, even though it feels like maybe it's going to take a long time, it could be a long slog, could be a lot of work with the Eight of Pentacles there. You still love it. You know, it makes you happy to do it. And you're doing it because you're finding freedom in doing it as well for a lot of you. You know, the Sun is very free. And then you have the Eight of Swords after the Sun, which is like self-imposed limitations. It's a lack of freedom. But that's clarifying your Eight of Pentacles, you know, feels like finding your way through. The Eight of Pentacles is helping you to find your way through something. This could be working 2 or 3 jobs to gain freedom in some other way, you know, so that you can move into a more free situation or something like that, you know. It's going to bring you happiness with the Sun card and victory with the Six of Wands. So that's all really good, right? So your blessing cards, this is very interesting. You have 2 aces, Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. That's so interesting. So these are 2 shiny new beginnings and opportunities. And this is supporting you. This is blessing you. This is a gift. This could be an offer. This could be a job offer and, you know, information coming in, good news coming in about a job offer. For a lot of you, that's what that it would be. The Ace of Swords, good news. The Ace of Wands about some type of offer, you know, that you're very passionate about. And there's a lot of divine masculine energy here. You know, the Magician is very divine masculine. He makes his world, right? The High Priestess is very divine feminine. She receives. Things come to her. She's very passive. And the Magician is very active. And these 2 aces are very active. And you can see in the imagery, masculine, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? Okay. So there could be some passion here, is what I'm trying to say. You know, when you see these 2 together, and then you see the clarifiers, the 3 of Wands is clarifying the Ace of Swords. The 3 of Wands is also a very, like, fertile energy, we'll say, okay? So all of that together tells me, for some of you, you're having a very passionate relationship with another person, okay? And this is supporting you, this is blessing, this is a gift, all right? Now, that's not what this reading is about, and that's just for some of you, but it's pretty clear. So you have the 3 of Wands clarifying the Ace of Swords. The 3 of Wands is, aside from this being a portal open to the Ace of Wands, which makes me feel like there's relating happening here. For those who know, okay? It's like this news, this information is about an opportunity that is ripe. 3 of Wands is an opportunity that's ripe. It's the tide is high and it's time to put your surfboard in the water. And this is something that you've been waiting for. You stand on the shore and you wait for that wave to come. For a while, you can wait for days. And that's what this energy of the 3 of Wands is. It's the strike while the iron is hot. Okay. And then the Ace of Wands is clarified with the 9 of Discs. The Ace of Wands is very, very inspired and passionate new beginning. Like the match is lit, you're going to set the forest on fire. And the 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Discs, is entrepreneurial energy. And it's also growing your own garden for yourself. It's creating a harvest in some way. It doesn't have to be your own business, but it's something that's going to nourish you, right? So it's something you're doing it because you love it. And that's why you're doing it on your own, because it's yours. You love it, So very beautiful and promising. Now your challenging cards are interesting. Oh my goodness. You have the Ten of Swords clarified with the Star. So the Ten of Swords is, this is the crucifixion of the ego. This is like painful disillusionment. Okay. It's information that can be really, really painful, and that can transform you, that will make you see the world. Like you'll realize, oh my God, I've seen the world upside down. It's been an inverted reality all this time. And now you can see, and it's like, oh my God, everything has changed now that I see, So it changes your mind a great deal. Like something like is bringing you enlightenment that is very, very beautiful, in that it opens your crown chakra. You can see the stars coming in, and you can see the beautiful rainbow behind it, the rainbow of healing and all the possibilities that come because of it, because all of those swords were limiting you and worrying you and harassing you and haunting you in some cases, right? So now you have your answers. You understand. You see things better, whatever it is. I mean, it could literally be like, I used to go to this church and now I realize this church is corrupt. Like, big energy of disillusionment. It doesn't just have to be an individual person, place, or thing. It can be a situation, a belief system, or something like that shakes you, and then it's followed by the Star, healing and guidance. We find our way by the stars. The stars guide us, and we become stars. We guide others, So it just feels like, and it's ultimately healing, though. It feels like healing after heartbreak, or after, like I said, the death of your ego, frankly. So, that's going to be challenging. And of course it is, but who wouldn't want that? If you're living a life of illusion, then you want disillusionment. Yeah. And what's interesting is the Tower is clarifying the Ten of Swords. So when you get this clarity, when you face this disillusionment moment, a tower falls. You become deeply grounded. Something that separated you from being truly grounded is removed from the path. Spirit removes something and says you're welcome, and that's because you didn't remove it yourself. So I'll take care of that for you. You're welcome. And it could be something that is really a big deal. The Tower is a big deal. Like this is an institution, something that's been in your life for a long time, something that made you feel secure. This could be losing a job, a long time job. This could be any number of things. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. I've gotten plenty of towers and, my life didn't fall apart, but it's like, it could feel really intense with the Ten of Swords. Look at the energy here. The imagery is like volcanic eruption, right? And the energy here is like the Uranus kind of shock, So there you go. Now, one thing that the Tower does do is it takes off the mask and it makes you vulnerable. It shows you who you really are, so that you can show that to the world, And that's what comes, the Tower is number 16 and the Star is number 17. The Star comes to heal you after the Tower. It's part of the story. So you can't experience that Star energy until you experience the Tower energy. So this is like divine timing. Okay. And then the Page of Swords is clarifying the Star. So the Page of Swords is understanding. It's information. It's getting news, that creates the opportunity for you to find healing or guidance. It's clarity is all, really. All right, so your advice cards, beautiful Libra, is Two of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is take more responsibilities for yourself, pick up more balls, juggle more, do more multitasking, more responsibilities, more energy, right? To grow your garden, to create your harvest. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, you have that twice, I think. Yeah, Nine of Discs, Nine of Pentacles. This is very entrepreneurial. So, you know, do more for your own business. Do more for whatever it is that you are putting out there into the world that you're hoping to get eyes on. You know, the Star is getting eyes on you, and that could be a challenge also for you because you don't want eyes on you for some reason. You may not feel ready. You may not feel worthy in some way, not prepared, whatever. What Spirit is saying is just do it. Two of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Pentacles here, juggling more, doing more, like making things happen over and over and over again, like doing prolific work. And here you have that energy here, like this is go time. You have the Three of Wands, right, in your support role. Like it really is time. And then you have Eight of Pentacles twice too, right? Eight of Discs is clarifying Nine of Discs or Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and then you have Eight of Pentacles here. So Eight of Pentacles again, work, 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 work. Right? On your own business or what it is that you are trying to make that is going to make you more resourceful and less reliant on others, more self-reliant. Okay? And then Nine of Wands. Look at that. You have Nine of Discs twice. And I'm sorry, you have Nine of Wands, Nine of Discs, and Nine of Pentacles. 3 nines. 3 nines is release. It's an angel number that says release and let go. So, you know, there is like a message here. And of course, with the Tower, you know, the Tower in your challenging position, it can be challenging to allow the Tower to fall and to walk away from that pile of ashes, to say, you know what, that once was my home. I once rested there and it made me feel safe and all that other stuff, but I'm just going to turn my back and go this way. But Spirit wants you to do that. Okay. Now with the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, this is, Nine of Wands, this is a lot of hard work. Oh my gosh, the Nine of Wands is a lot of hard work. You know, it's like go, 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 go. You know, so you know what? This reading is for December. This could be you for some reason at work or with your work or in your career or in life in general, really, really busy. You know, and Spirit is saying, don't drop the ball. Literally, don't drop the ball, because this is juggling energy, even when more responsibilities are added to you. Nine of Wands. This is a heavy load. Nine of Wands can be heavy. It's not as heavy as the 10. You know, it does get heavier, believe it or not. But you could feel like, can I do this? You know, do I have to do this? Well, trust that this is temporary. You can do this. Spirit put that in your advice column, so you should do this. And that's that. All right. What else do we have for beautiful Virgo? Thank you. All right. Oops. All right. Goodness. All right. You have butterfly spirit, transformation. And that's so very true. You beautiful, beautiful Libra. Like you have been changed. Clearly, and that's why you're dealing with what you're dealing with now, because you have gone through a change, a transformation, okay? And that's what that looks like, you know? It can be messy, and I just want to say that. For some of you, it can feel messy, but that's okay. And then you have fire spirit, energy. So, you know, it does feel like a lot of energy for you this month, and if you're not feeling energetic, trust that Spirit will give you what you need, because there is a lot of passion and fire here. Okay. And then starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. So this is like dream bigger, you know, have a higher vision, like see how open you can open your mind. And koi fish spirit, there is always enough. Just know that, you know, you can do with less. If you're feeling the pinch in some way, trust that the resources will be there, and trust that, again, you can do with less. Don't worry about, will I be able to earn this much? How about look for ways that you can consume less and that kind of thing as well. All right, because there is always enough. Thank you for being here, beautiful Libra. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.